Okay, so I've seen a lot of people ask this question when it comes to Invincible, and that is, why has Omni-Man been nerfed so much? Because in Season 1, we see Omni-Man, oh, he's on a different level, you know, he takes out the Guardians of the Globe, he wipes out the entirety of the Guardians of the Globe, every single one of them absolutely done in, finito, they're finished with, and then we also see him take out the entire Flaxons and their planet, essentially. There's a few left, because obviously they come back later in Season 4, but for the most part, he just decimated all the Flaxons, and you know, that's just is what it is. And then of course the season finale where nothing can stop him, you know, you have that $1 billion whatever it is laser what shoots him, and it takes him out for like what, 10 seconds. It literally just chucks him off course, stops him from getting to his destination by 10 seconds, and that's it. There's nothing stopping him in the season 1 finale. And it's a lot different in Season 4. Because in Season 4, we start seeing it where Omni-Man, he's not this unstoppable force like he is in Season 1. He's actually struggling in fights. And the first time we really see any of this is like the midway point of Season 4, where Mark's injured and they're on this random planet, unnamed alien planet. And they're looking after Mark and they're going out, you know, venturing off to, you know, pretty much survive, find food and whatnot. And we come across these creatures. And Omni-Man starts struggling with one of these creatures, and like Oliver comes in. It's like a tag team, a handicap match, like the Hardy Boys going after fucking Undertaker. I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyways, it's a 2-on-1, and Omni-Man's struggling a little bit, and we start seeing, oh, okay, well, you know, I thought Omni-Man would be able to deal with him on his own, but no, that isn't the case. And then of course in like episode 7, the big dog Thread comes around, he got all the Viltrumites, and even then Omni-Man is struggling like a lot. He's struggling more than he's having any success, and this has left a lot of people baffled, because we've gone from Omni-Man, who just can't be stopped in Season 1, to Season 4, where he's struggling to win fights. But don't worry guys, after loads and loads of research, I have found the answer to why this is. It's because the opponents are becoming a lot harder, they're a lot greater, so it's harder opposition compared to Season 1, where they just weren't that great. And like, I'm struggling to comprehend why people can't get their head around this. They can't get their head around, you know, Omni-Man was fighting Christmas noobs and smoking him with relative ease, and now he's fighting Viltrumites and Thrag and, you know, the best what the universe has to offer. Of course he's going to be struggling. You might have some people out there be like, oh, but, you know, he still struggled to creature, and that creature's not one of the best in the universe. Okay, so to play devil's advocate, in Season 1, he was like pretty much on 1 HP after the Guardians of the Globe. He took a lot of damage from the Guardians of the Globe. And would you say they're one of the best in the universe? Would you say they're crazy in terms of power scaling? No, not necessarily. You know what I mean? We've seen how many times he's dealt with Immortal as well, like with relative ease. So, oh boy, it was a group thing. It doesn't matter. You know, I feel like a lot of these Viltrumites would have smoked. I mean, one of the evil versions of Mark smoked the Guardians of the Globe. Granted, it was a different version of him, but still. So what my point is there is, like, he was even taking damage in Season 1. It's just because you see him a lot more powerful in most scenarios in Season 1. And I feel like if you're still struggling to get your head around this for whatever reason, think of it like skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, because I feel like everyone can kind of relate to that to an extent. You know, you've had a great game, you come on for a game, you're having a great game, you've dropped, I don't know, you've gone 30 kills and 2 deaths or something, you've done absolutely sensational, it's your best game you've had in a long time, and then in your next game, what happens? Oh, you get matched up with people on your skill level, and if not that, maybe even a greater skill level than you, and you end up going like 2 and 30 instead of 30 and 2. You know what I mean? That's how it works. And of course, what I mean by the next game is later seasons. That's how he's gone for Omni-Man. It's just skill-based matchmaking's been turned on for him. And listen, I understand why people are upset and annoyed and wish we could see Omni-Man like Season 1 Omni-Man, where he just looks so unreal and obliterating through everyone with relative ease and just being an unstoppable brute fucking force. I completely understand it. However, at the end of the day, this simply just makes sense. He's fighting better opposition, greater opposition, therefore he's struggling more. I feel like you'd understand this. Like, I watch a lot of MMA, boxing, stuff like that. When people are fighting what they call as cans, because the nobodies, they're not that good, they look great, and then when they start fighting people better competition up in the rankings, it's much harder for them, and they might not look as great as they would if they're beating up a can. And who knows, man, I haven't read the comics or anything like that, but you know how Thrag just completely walloped everyone with ease this season? Maybe in a few seasons times, when he's starting fighting people who I'm going to assume they're a lot stronger by this point and better opposition, Maybe we won't be getting these aura moments from Thragon where he's looking absolutely unstoppable, and you know, we're seeing glimpses of him where he's struggling a bit. Yeah, maybe we'll see people moaning about that as well in a few years' time. But let me know in the comments what you make of Omni-Man, whether it bothers you that he's no longer as OP as he was in Season 1. Let me know what you think about Invincible in general. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.